You better be, because we're already recording.
Welcome back, Colbertradio.com live. This is our boy Lance Morrison, comedic director and general funny man extraordinaire, back here with a segment we like to call Off the Wall. Ladies and gentlemen,
we have spared no expense on our production.
No expense whatsoever. We're going to cover Percy's face right now with the Off the Wall and just generally improve the quality of the video image.
You know, I think they believed you the first time.
I'm just going to keep holding it up there. I have to prove how off the wall the segment is.
All right, guys.
Okay.
All right, Lance is off the wall. Let's get there.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies,
where's
you know
the
who you are?
Brooke?
I did watch the Super Bowl last night on my my not so flat minimal definition TV.
Minimal definition.
Right. which is sold last year.
It's 1p
right.
instead of 1080p.
Exactly.
Is it a Westinghouse?
No, well, from the sides you can't even see the picture. So, but never mind.
It's a diorama.
That's pretty bad.
That kind of leads me into my topic for the evening.
All right, go ahead.
What is it with technology?
Oh, I know. Things
are moving way faster than my brain can possibly comprehend. Of course, that doesn't really take much.
I thought he was walking out on us.
But still.
Go ahead, Lance.
Everything around us is getting faster. If you bought a computer last week, it is slower than the one you'll buy tomorrow. I heard someone say, this computer takes forever to boot up. I said, what is forever? They said it takes almost a full 30 seconds. I said, 30 seconds! Bear in mind that the second is the smallest unit of measure that average human beings use to document time, and it took 30 of them.
Speak for yourself. I live in nanoseconds.
That's right, baby.
There are only
speeding down this super highway.
Now this is intense. This is big stuff. Okay, this is the meat of the material here, boys.
Thank God we're getting to something.
Protein.
Yeah. I know how excited you guys get when I say meat.
Protein.
There are only a few instances where
He's talking about cold cuts, isn't he?
Salami. There are only a few instances where 30 seconds could be considered a long time.
I know one.
Give it to me.
No, just keep going.
When your wife asks if this makes her ass look big.
Oh, the
That's
first one is the
Right
life. Is in the life of an amoeba. An amoeba's lifespan is between an hour and 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like bullshit to me.
So
that's 30 seconds like a year.
Right.
An amoeba lives for 2 hours? It's hardly worth dividing.
We looked it up. We looked it on the internet. It's the truth.
I guess because they're asexual. They don't want to live any longer.
The second one is, if you ever find yourself hurtling through the air after being ejected from your car because you weren't wearing a seatbelt and are still conscious. This is the proverbial life flashing before your eyes scenario. Now, 30 seconds is a long time when you're hurtling through the air wondering what's going to happen next. Okay.
Provided you're conscious, yes.
30 seconds.
That's a long...
Wonder what you're going to hit.
Eternity.
The last is the 30 seconds of a tied-up NCAA Final Four men's basketball game. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen a Final Four basketball game that's tied up the last 30 seconds.
They're all tied up the last 30 seconds.
Yeah. The last 30 seconds of an NCAA men's basketball game can go for an hour and a half. If it's 8:30 and you plan on being in bed by 9, you may as well just sit down till about 10 o'clock, because that's when it's going to happen.
Tell them, Dickie, what you really need to watch if you watch NCAA basketball.
You only have to watch the last 2 minutes of
any
game.
Of any game. No one needs to watch anything of the last 2 minutes of any game.
Well, that's absolutely.
When that takes, like Lance said, about,
It's like driving out to the Isle of Palms. I can get...
You think it should be much closer.
That's right. You can get to the end of the Isle of Palms connector from here in about 20 minutes. You get to the end of the Isle of Palms in another 20 minutes.
That's right.
Everything just slows down as you get closer.
Absolutely right. So that's all I got with the off-the-wall segment.
All right.
Thank goodness. I mean, thank you, Lance.
You're welcome.
Those cold cuts were thin sliced.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But because what I'm really interested in, what I want everybody to know about it, is I went to the Center Point Grill.
Yes!
Which I'm going to do a review of right now, the Center Point Grill, in order to see Flem Dorkman, as portrayed by Lance Morrison, get up and do a stand-up routine. And let me tell you something.
Flem Dorkman.
Lance has really made us chuckle here on the show. But I'm telling you, it's nothing compared to seeing him
on
live and
previous
stand-up.
nights.
Really?
Not so much tonight.
I'm sorry, but Dorkman's got to stand up.
Did you? So maybe he should stand up and do the show.
Not a chance in hell.
Oh
He's too funny.
no, he could just stand. I don't,
No, it's like George Seinfeld when he didn't
No, he
want
shouldn't
when
be allowed to
Jerry.
sit down.
Do
He
you
should
have to be
stand
so
up.
funny?
Okay.
Right?
George Seinfeld?
Do you remember George Seinfeld? That's right.
Yeah, I
Jerry
remember
Seinfeld. Remember when George was dating the girl and he said, "Do you have to be so
That's
funny?"
right.
And so Jerry said, "Okay." So he plays it.
Completely cool?
Yeah, he gets all depressed and everything else, and she just thinks he's so dark. She just gets the hots for him. And George Costanza could not win for losing.
Costanza's
It's
Well,
true.
you know, I appreciate you coming out. It was really a good night. It was my kind of my debut back on the club scene.
Hell yeah. Get there.
It went real well.
You did Saturday night too, didn't you?
I did Saturday night.
Did you plug the show?
How'd you do Saturday night?
I did real well Saturday night.
Good.
I'm telling you, they absolutely love the Flem Dorkman character.
I
Who
kind of
doesn't?
I need to plug the guy locally that does comedy. He's called Mr. Comedy in the area. His name is Tony Kemp. Tony's been putting.
Why? He wasn't that funny.
Well, no, but Tony's been bringing comics to the area for about 25 years. And really
Good for
good,
Tony.
solid.
Well, when you're that unfunny, you need to bring comics
Well,
in.
That's right. He's supporting local business.
That's right.
That's not a strip
And we support him.
But it was really interesting how it went down. I called. I was talking to my friend Brian Shirley, who was also in the show, and Brian said,
His name's Brian, and don't call him Shirley.
Brian T. Shirley.
Brian
Brian
Busher.
said, "Why don't you call Tony and see if you can go on?" So I thought, well, okay. So I called Tony, and Tony says, "Well, I have a guest spot. Somebody coming up Friday, but maybe." He said, "No, wait a minute. I have a spot, a guest spot. You can come and work Friday night." So I'm like, "Okay." So I go, and what was really interesting, and you talked to me months ago about the whole comedy thing and how it works. There's a certain hierarchy in comedy, and Tony paid me a compliment right off the bat, because what he did was he put me up third out of 5.
And
Which
then
is a
your-
good spot, actually, isn't it?
Your best act is supposed to be your last act, and your most junior guy is supposed to go first.
Right.
Gotcha.
But what had happened,
Pyramid scheme.
what had happened was, well, Tony put me up third. So he put the other 2 guys up before me, meaning the hierarchy of comedy, the less experienced guys going up first, just like you
Sure,
said. So I listened to the first 2 guys, as you did, and I'm back there and going, wow. The room was a little funny because it was a bar, and it's hard to react sometimes if you can't hear everything. So
Well, that and people are tuning you in and out as they go about their drinks and their eating.
right, there's just a lot of activity. So I'm listening to the guys do their thing. My act is a little different, as you guys have seen. So I was listening to them. Then I came out, and Flem was a hit, which is a huge hit, and people were just whooping and hollering, and they really couldn't.
They loved it.
They thought you were related to him.
It really worked.
You're up there on the same stage as Mark Stein,
Yeah.
who's been on
Klein.
Bob Tom and
Klein.
Mark Klein. That's why you screwed me up. You're like Mark Stein. I'm like, he guest
You've
host
been
for
shaking-
Mark
not
Limbaugh.
Craw.
Do you know how many times I corrected you on Facebook?
I
Mark
thought I
Stein
put
was-
Klein,
Mark-
and you commented and said Stein.
No,
So I went back and changed it, didn't I?
no, you didn't.
Robert Klein?
Or
Anyway,
whatever.
it was a great. I had a great
Mark
show. And then the next night,
Klein.
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 Klein, you bastard.
Moving right along.
So
That's
the next-
right.
No, we're not.
Finally.
The next night, I went out to another club called H2O's in North Charleston on Dorchester Road.
Oh.
And we did comedy, and Flem went up, and this is really interesting because Tony brought me up, and it was really the Jedi mind trick on the audience. He
Yeah.
brought me up as someone who'd never done comedy before, and you're familiar with what Flem looks like, so it's very,
Sure.
it's very hard. It's very easy to believe that Flem. I had him right away, man.
Oh, yeah.
They're eating out of the palm of your
I
hand.
reeled him in.
Yeah, he comes on the stage in character.
I
From the
felt him.
moment you
And
said
how
you're
would
from the
you
Lower East
describe
Side of
that
Monk's
character?
Corner, they were hooked.
Right. You see people in the audience going, "What the heck?"
Now, I wasn't there, so how would you describe this character, Flem? In appearance?
In appearance,
Yes.
like he just stepped off Tobacco Road.
Okay. Like flannel?
Where the hell?
No, not flannel, but I mean, he looks like, his short sleeve white shirt, skinny ties, I recall, pants hiked up to here.
Pocket protector?
Yeah. Listen, we're
Okay.
going to have to get off the air. We're not going to get on YouTube with this thing. Congratulations on your stand-up.
Nicely done. This
We'll
has
be right
been
back.
Off the